When we're looking for the area of a parallelogram, we want to find out how much space the inside of the figure takes up. We normally see the formula for area of a parallelogram as being base times height. In our figure, we're going to use the bottom edge as our base, which is 5 inches. However, I can't use the left and right edge as my height. I have to use the distance from the bottom of the figure to the top of the figure so that it forms a 90-degree angle with the base. Our height here then would be 2 inches. To start out, we're going to take this parallelogram and we're going to break it down into squares worth 1 inch each. When we do that, we see we have some whole squares and we also have some partial squares. If we count them and estimate the partial pieces, we come out with an area of about 10 square inches. Let's see if we can verify if that's true. I'm going to take my parallelogram and we're going to cut it apart along the height. I can then take this piece, slide it over, and attach it along the other slanted edge. When I do, this now gives me a rectangle with a base of 5 and a height of 2. I know to find area of the rectangle, I can multiply 5 by 2 to give me an area of 10 square inches. Therefore, we know the area of a parallelogram is still base times height because I can rearrange it into a rectangle with the same dimensions and come out with the same answer. When I'm looking for the area of a parallelogram, I need to multiply base times height. My base is 7 yards and my height is 5/10 of a yard because height always needs to be perpendicular to my base. Now I can simply multiply 7 times 5 and that gives me 35. I can take my decimal point. Since I have 1 decimal point in my factor, I need 1 decimal point in my product. That gives me 3 5/10. Since my figure is measured in yards, my area needs to be measured in yards, and area is always measured in square units. So my final answer for area of my parallelogram is 3 5/10 square yards.